And now more people have arrived by boat under Starmer than did under any other Prime Minister. Our borders are broken. Our economy is broken. No one dares admit it. The national debt increased 2.5 times in 14 years of Conservatives and is now absolutely, totally out of control under what I think, despite the CV, oh no, she's got a good CV, that Rachel Reeves. 10 years, a senior economist at the Bank of England. Do you know what? She is the most useless Prime Minister in our history and an embarrassment to us on the world stage. She clearly hasn't got a clue what she's doing. As our debt explodes, as our welfare bill goes through the roof, business confidence sinks. And I particularly want to mention small business. There are 5.6 million men and women out there engaged in their own enterprises who frankly feel persecuted by both of the last two governments. And we are the party that's on the side of Alarm Clock Britain. We're on the party on the side of people who want to get up, run their businesses, have a go, and believe you me, I think those self-employed and small businesses will vote reform at the next election. Frankly, there is nobody else who even understands what they do, because almost no one in business has ever had a proper job, and that is going to change. We are deindustrializing at a rate of knots. Heavy manufacturing, heavy engineering, shipbuilding, cement making, chemicals, steel. You can go through the long list. It's all gone off to India and China. And then the very same goods are exported back here. And we're doing it in the name of net zero. We're doing it in the name of saving the planet, despite the fact the goods that are offshored are produced to lower environmental standards and then shipped all the way back. It's incredible. In 2010, we spent £6 billion importing energy from overseas. In 2024, we spent £36 billion importing energy from overseas. We are taxed at the highest level we've been since the war, and many, many people, not just the rich, but many bright, young, ambitious people are leaving our country in what is now approaching an exodus. Our economy is broken. And have a look at our politics. That is well and truly broken. Well, you can see how broken the Labour government is, but think of the 4 years of endless psychodrama the last Conservative government put us through. Too busy fighting each other to even consider standing up and fighting for the voters and the people of this country. We have a Prime Minister who is not a leader, and things are changing on both the centre-right and the centre-left. For all of our lifetimes, we've understood that there was a two-party system that led to government in Britain. And I can say today, for the first time, the two-party system we've known all of our lives is now over. It's gone. It's consigned to history. Reform has broken the mould of British politics, something Roy Jenkins tried to do 40 years ago and failed. We have broken the mould, and that's why we've led in the last 200 opinion polls. And I must tell you that I approach May the 7th and those elections in Scotland, in Wales, in all 32 London boroughs and thousands of seats up and down the country. I now approach May the 7th with a growing sense of optimism every single day. I really do. And so broken is our politics, they've even started cancelling elections. I thought only banana republics cancelled elections. Well, I will be in the High Court on the 19th and 20th of February when we fight the government at judicial review, not just for the elections this year, but to think that in the case of Norfolk, of Suffolk, of East and West Sussex, if this goes ahead, it will be the second year in a row that elections have been cancelled. We go into that court fight with every reason to think that we are going to upstage the establishment and that we are going to win and re-enfranchise 5 million people. Now, there is a number of people in those counties, particularly those for the second year in a row, have now started cancelling their direct debits and standing orders for their council tax. They're doing so on the basis of no taxation without representation. Now, of course, I could not possibly. None of us could we? Behave, Lee. We couldn't possibly support such action, but do you understand? I'm sure you'd feel the same way. We're going to do something about it. Now, if Sir Keir or whoever follows you, and if Kemi, if you don't believe Britain is broken, I tell you what, come here to Birmingham, because Birmingham is well and truly broken. The city is bust. Another volunteer to stand for the council elections. Thank you very much indeed, sir. The city is bust, and of course much of it caused by a piece of EU law written into the Equalities Act. As the rubbish piles up on the streets, it is said there are rats here today, the biggest that have been seen since the Western Front many years ago. And sectarian politics. Sectarian politics is now here, alive and well, in what we've always known as Britain's second city. People now voting purely on religious grounds. There's even a candidate standing in Birmingham who's a former convicted terrorist. But this is all thought apparently to be okay. And this, egged on and encouraged by a police force who, when they banned the travelling Israeli football fans, did so simply because they were Jewish. That is what Birmingham has sunk to. A deindustrialized city that used to be the workshop of the world, slayed at the altar of net zero and the highest industrial energy prices in the world. Birmingham is broken. Birmingham needs reform. And I dare say on May the 7th, Birmingham is going to get reform. Now, unless you face up to the facts that Britain is broken, unless you're prepared to be honest enough to accept the depth of trouble that we're in, you can't begin to even contemplate what the actions needed to rectify it are. And that, I believe, is what gives us, above all, our biggest advantage over our competitors who've still got their heads very, very firmly tucked in the sand. They somehow think that you can fiddle with the boiler, replace a couple of spare parts and it'll all be okay. And we say no. We need a brand new boiler and not a heat pump. We need a completely brand new system. So Britain is broken. Britain does need reform, and reform will fix it. We've got the character, the attitude, the mindset, the optimism, the belief. Nothing will stop us from doing it. We will fix it, period. And we will stick to our fundamental principles. We will stick to the slogan that summarizes why we are and what we are. Our priorities are family, community, and country, and we care about those things, frankly, to the exclusion of all else. Because if we do, and we respect the Judeo-Christian principles which underpin the entirety of our civilization, if we understand those things, respect those things, then we can proceed with people in position and with policies that will all be based around one political theme. And that political theme is national interest. We will act in the national interest and of its people at every given opportunity, regardless of criticism. We will no longer kowtow to the European Union or unelected European commissioners. We will no longer even listen to illegitimate United Nations courts like the ICJ, who, with a judge from Russia and China, have persuaded our Prime Minister to give away, no, sorry, not to give away, to pay to hand over the strategically important Chagos Islands. We will not be listening to courts like that in the future. We'll be acting in our own national self-interest. And we won't do the bidding of the Chinese Communist Party in the shameful way that this Prime Minister, this government, and many of its officials do. Did you see after his visit to Beijing that today British citizen and democracy rights campaigner Jimmy Lai has been given a further 20 years in prison? Starmer doesn't negotiate. Starmer doesn't stand up for the interests of British people, of whom Jimmy Lai is one. He surrenders at every twist and turn. And we will end DEI in our public sector. Get rid of two-tier policing, of two-tier justice. We will, because we're firm, we're determined, we don't mind what abuse we're going to get. We will stop the rot, and we'll do it because the national interest demands that we do. Just as it demands that we abolish this insane net zero agenda, it's going to go under us. And we will. We will get the North Sea operating again. We'll get rid of the ludicrous taxation that Jeremy Hunt and the Conservatives put on and Rachel Reeves made worse. Whether you like it or not, we will be using oil and gas until at least 2050. So in that case, why not simply produce our own? It makes sense. It's in the national interest. And we will look to countries like South Korea, who were able to do nuclear energy with no concessions on safety for a quarter of the cost that it does our bungling idiots in government. We'll produce oil and gas, we'll build nuclear energy, because frankly, we're going to need it. Not just for existing manufacturing, what's left of it, but think of the 21st century technologies. And by the way, we're the only party really thinking about this. Think about AI. Think about data centers. Think about the world of crypto, which isn't going away. To be engaged in that, you need more energy than we've ever produced in our histories. We must and we have to be ready for that because it is in the national interest. And we will do everything in the national self-interest to try and produce as much food as we can in this country and not allow our farmers to be bought out by those biodiversity deserts of solar farms. Let's produce food and get rid of all the solar farms. Simple as. And while we're on security, Starmer's hideous 11-year surrender of much of our fishing to European countries has been a hammer blow to coastal communities all over this country, and we will take back what is rightfully ours, give our fishing industry a chance to live and thrive. It's all about putting our own people first. And in our national interest, we must stop extreme teaching unions poisoning the minds of our kids. We've got to stop this happening. We will ensure there is a patriotic, balanced, historical agenda that our children learn. And we will also recognise that not everybody is fit to go to university to do an ology. That actually in the modern world of AI, people with trades and skills are not going to get replaced by computers. So from the age of 16, boys and girls should at school be able to start learning trades and skills that will last them for their entire lives. But we have to start making money. The country is going bust. We're caught in a trap where there are many at work who would actually be better off on welfare. And we will have to cut the welfare budget. Not everybody will like it.